So today I'm going to be making a video on how to install a Firepunk Allison transmission crossmember. It's a pretty easy installation, but I'd like to walk you through it. You'll need a basic set of sockets, some muscles, a jack, and of course a 2001 to 2010 Silverado 2500. So underneath the transmission, you originally have this factory boxed off design, and the boxed off design is great except for the fact that it's pretty darn heavy and tubes are stronger. So what Firepunk has done is made a tubular design that bolts directly into the frame, direct bolt in, and it weighs significantly less. I'm actually going to weigh both parts and tell you the difference. So what you want to do is get the jack placed somewhere on the transfer case just to set it there. Basically, you'll just put tension on it. Good enough. You don't want to bend anything, just enough to hold the transmission on, because we are pulling the brace off. So then your next step will be to go ahead and just take these little C cups, as I call them, and we'll go ahead and just pull the top ones out, and we'll get these off of either side. And as most things are in these trucks, these are a 15 mil. So now that you have those two C cups off, you'll go over to your transmission mount bolts. There's one under either side of the trans mount right here. So we'll go ahead. These are also a 15 mil, and we'll go ahead and zip these out. Now that those two bolts are out of the center of the cross member, you go on the side, you have an 18 mil bolt that comes through with a nut on the top. I recommend getting an 18 mil wrench, breaking it loose, and then getting, an air ratchet or even just a socket if you got extra time. But eventually you'll just work one out on the front and back, and one out on the front and back on the other side as well. Let's get a reading real quick. So I'm 250 on the dot. With the Firepunk Allison cross brace, I am 258. So this piece weighs 8 pounds. And now let's grab the old cross member, which is a pain in the ass. Well, and that's without the extra skid plates and bolts. So around close to a 20-pound difference, which is pretty huge in the grand scheme of things. And the other thing to note is that because this is tubular, it's also significantly stronger. So you'll get more longevity. The transmission will be sturdier, which means on those hot tunes, it'll be safer, easier on the tail housing. So yeah. Now let's go and repeat the process and slap it back on. So one thing to note when mounting it up, that you might need to buy some extra washers. The bolt hole they have is pretty thick, and as you can see, the stock washer kind of caught under the lip, and I tried recentering it the best I could. The other three line up well, but what I'm going to go ahead and do is just get 4 new not fender washers, but just solid thick washers that I can put on all of these. But other than that, I mean, it's a good looking unit. Gives you extra clearance to work on all your transfer case, drive line, all sorts of stuff. You got tons of room up here now. And on top of that, it's even sturdier than the factory. And it looks cool. So another good upgrade to the Duramax. And slowly getting ready for dirt drags.